Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen, today covering one of the major pillars for the game, full persistence, what it is in context of Star Citizen, and what does it allow for. So in the context of Star Citizen, full persistence is the ability to go anywhere in the game, place an object, and for that object to be there when you come back, potentially days later. It saves the states of objects, their precise location and importance, and then the object container streaming server meshing stuff loads them in or out based on the needs of the server and client. Why do I say importance of an object? Well, some objects like scrap, or something that can more readily degrade, or shrapnel or footprints, for example, will over time actually be removed or degrade. This could actually be true of every object in the game. A ship that's shot down on a planet might persist there for 2 weeks or something before degrading. I mean, it could be potentially forever, but there's likely to be a degradation time on stuff like that. They could even have this removed in-game by probability volumes of NPCs in the area that might be simulated salvaging objects. So they don't have to fake it, they can just have it simulated when objects get removed. It's planned to come online as part of Persistent Universe updates in 2019. Full persistence should also start to see things like reputation, mission progression, and that sort of stuff being saved along with the location of all your equipment, items, ships, armor, weapons. Physical inventories are a feature planned for Alpha 3.6, and basically is part of full persistence, or at least a step towards it. This will have you only being able to carry what you have on you. No magic pockets or magic backpack, so armor and weapons will have to be stored in lockers and then put on when necessary. You're not going to be able to just go open inventory, spawn items, take away items, all that sort of stuff. Physical components are also part of full persistence, as the system will track any wear and tear to the system and subcomponent modifications on ships. Logout Safety. Full persistence should allow for players to log back on where they logged off. And that's true even if you do not log out in a bed, is the idea with that. But if you don't log out in a bed or in a safe area, your vehicle and yourself may persist and be vulnerable for at least some time. Once we have full persistence, we can start to see more insurance options for items and loadouts for ships. So expect to be able to have individual items or individual loadouts being able to be saved for ship profiles, but also literally be insurable with different levels of insurance. Like, I want my full craft insured at this Alpha UEC fee of whatever it is. Habs and hangars. Custom habs, player housing, and hangars are dependent on full persistence. You'll be able to bring items into your hangar or room, and they will persist there. So it'll be interesting to see what hoarders do. There should be a good amount of items to purchase furniture-wise, some of which will be like coffee makers, which may give you some benefits like fulfilling your hunger and thirst. Expect storage options for various clothing, armor, and items too. Hangars and habs also are planned to be entirely physicalized at some point, so you can buy or rent an apartment or private hangar and then be able to store things there. It will have a physical address. There will be public hangars and I believe short-term, sort of like more motel sleeping areas too, like the tiny rooms in Port Olisar for people to safely log out in and log back into as well. Outposts and land claims. So land claim gameplay was unfortunately delayed from 2018, partly due to full persistence being needed to make it viable. One of the things that full persistence does is it will save states, and that means that if the server resets, you're still going to have your building or your equipment or whatever still there. It will load that back in. It knows that it's still there. So every time you log back into the game, it's not going to go, well, it's entirely gone. You've lost all your progress. And that's going to be important when it comes to placing buildings or taking land for land claims. You'll be able to claim a section of a moon or a planet in the Stanton system, and there will be some gameplay attached to that, protecting it from other players, mining resources, maybe specific land claim type missions. The idea is that you will go to an area, go, oh, I want this area. You'll drop a beacon there and then go register the beacon at a land claim office, and then that land is yours. Eventually, you'll be able to build there too. The Pioneer will be able to build and deploy outpost buildings that can be configured for a variety of purposes. But there's also supposed to be ways to build or otherwise deploy defense turrets, mining apparatus, moisture extractors, things like that. There's more than just outposts. So many other mechanics are dependent on full persistence, the economy, farming, NPC schedules, sharing of ships while offline, some of the organization features. Full persistence is a required component of server meshing, with server meshing's eventual completion, which should roughly see its first implementation in 2020. But when it's done, the plan is to have no more resets in game. So your progression will be permanent, and it will be really important where you leave stuff in the game, what you have in your hab, where you buy stuff, where you leave ships, all that sort of jazz. If you've got any questions about what we talked about, please leave them down below. Every month we have a giveaway for a Star Citizen ship. For January, we have a standalone Anvil Carrack, the mighty explorer vessel. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning is be subscribed to my YouTube channel and then comment on any of my videos released during the month. You can find more details in the comments below. If you don't have a gaming PC yet, or you are upgrading, instead consider Shadow Cloud Gaming. They allow you to leverage the powers of the internet to stream a high-spec Windows 10 environment to any other PC, Mac, or device like a smartphone or tablet. It is working really well in Star Citizen's 3.4 branch, and be sure to use the code BoredGamer if you do decide to check it out to get a discount. Links below. For those of you wanting to support the channel further, there is Patreon, and I will be looking for an alternative platform as well for people that have requested that. But in addition, or as an alternative to that at the moment, there's the YouTube channel memberships, literally the join button below this video, or direct donations via the links below as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really does help me. Any feedback or opinions is greatly appreciated and helps guide the channel working out what content is a good idea to put out next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.